Hello, I'm Heidi from Gaia Crafting, and I'm here to show you an awesome idea that I've been doing. I have been sewing a lot lately, and I've been making a bunch of baby clothes instead of going out and purchasing it with a bunch of money, since I have most of the materials that I need at the house. Here I have an old pair of pants made out of a nice stretchy knit material, which knits are pricey no matter where you go, especially Joann's, unless you have one of their coupons, which is cool. But most of our t-shirts and pants that we don't fit anymore, or we keep in that maybe I'll fit later drawer, if we can get into that and cut up and make some really cute kid clothes or even adult clothes, you can resize them to yourself. But anyways, they're nice stretchy knit materials. And you can find all kinds of patterns and t-shirts at this store and knits that you can't find at fabric stores. But what I do is I downloaded a pattern from this awesome page on Etsy called Needlefish, and it's this cute shorts pattern. It goes from babies all the way up to, like, I think age 8. And I've made a pair for my 7-month-old daughter who has a big butt and it fits her perfectly, and I made because she's a cloth diaper, so it fits us nicely. And I made a pair for my daughter who's 5, and they fit her great out of an old pair of pants. So I took an old pair of shorts and I cut them up to her size. This is for my older daughter for 5T. This was an old pair of yoga pants I cut up. They had a big stain in the back from bleach, since they're black. Black doesn't match with anything. But I just cut around the stain and kept the, like, this is the cuffs I'm making from the legs and the belly band from my belly band on the yoga pants. But I cut them up to the pattern and we're gonna sew it. I'm gonna show you how to sew the pattern from Needlefish. Since I couldn't find any videos on sewing that pattern, I trial and errored myself into making a cute pair of pants for my daughter. But here are the recycled old mommy pants into some nice new 5T pants for my daughter who could use them. And since I've already cut these up in the video, I'm gonna cut these up and we'll sew this one. So to get started, the first thing you'll need is the cuff shorts pattern from the Needlefish page on Etsy. And once you purchase this and print it out, then you're gonna need a sewing machine or serger, rotary cutters, sewing pins, and an old shirt or shorts that are a stretchy knit material. The larger patterns for sizes other than the babies, you're gonna cut up and you're gonna match the colors. You overlap them and you tape them together. Make sure you measure your 1-inch square. It needs to be 1 inch by 1 inch. If it's not, you need to adjust your printer, because it's very important so that you can get that good half-inch seam allowance that you absolutely need. The Needlefish pattern prints the pants and the belly band, but it does not print the cuff. It gives you instructions in the pattern with how to make your cuff. This is for the 5T. For the babies, there's only one overlap that needs to be done. You just overlap the colors perfectly and tape them together after you measure your 1-inch square, of course. And here's the belly band for that one, and I have not made the cuff for that one yet. Now I'm going to lay out the old pair of shorts that I chose for this pattern. Grab your rotary cutters. I like to put something heavy on the pattern so that it doesn't move. And cut your pattern out. With these pants, there's a pocket on the other side that I'm not going to use, so I'm actually not going to use that second layer that it cut, so I'm going to use the other leg. Now, if you're cutting out a pattern and you need the patterns to match up, you're going to flip your fabric like so, wrong sides together, and cut like this, so that when you open your legs, you'll see the white part on the other side, so they're opposites. I'm just using a solid color, which makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about flipping it and which direction the patterns face. we have the legs for 6 to 12 months. To make the cuffs, it's a little difficult because this pattern requires you to do a little bit of math. She said to measure the bottom of the shorts pattern, which this one is 11 inches, and she told us to multiply the bottom by 0.75, so 11 times 0.75 is 8.25, and she said for the length it's going to be size of 0 to 24 months is 3.5, so 8.5 and 3.5. I'm going to take a piece of poster board, ruler, and measure out 8.5 and 3.5. For the belly band, I'm going to use a piece of scrap fabric. You can use different colored shorts or shirts. I had the different colors for cuffs, so it's not all just one color. So you got the belly band and the cuffs one color and the shorts part another. Now for the fabric, make sure it's folded in half. Make sure the stretch is going the right way. Should not be going horizontally, should be going up and down. Put the fold at the top. Something heavy to hold your pattern down. If you have pictures on your fabric, just remember that this is going to be the top and this is going to be the bottom, so the pictures need to be facing this way, not this way or this way. When you have both of your cuffs and your belly band cut out, it should look like this. There should be a fold here. It's folded in half. You pin the sides. Stretch should go this way and not vertically. The same with your leg cuffs. Pin, and you're going to sew zigzag stitch along the ends. Fold everything right sides together. You look inside, you should see your pattern. Wrong sides facing out. Leg cuffs the same. Fold right sides together. And now we're just gonna, the first thing we're gonna sew is the crotch part of the shorts. We're just gonna sew a line along here and here. I like to first sew a straight line, and I go back and add my zigzag stitch over the straight stitch. Now you're going to take your pants and stuff them inside of each other and match up the crotch of the pants. Make sure they're aligned. So that when you open your pants, it looks like this, like a cape for your hand. And we're gonna sew along. We didn't flip them out inside out or anything, we left them the same. We're gonna sew along just the edges. We're not sewing these together, just the edges of your pants. And once again, we're going to do a straight stitch, and I'm going to go back and do a zigzag stitch over the straight stitch. Make sure you use your 1/2 inch seam allowance. So both the cuffs and the belly band, and I'm going to use a straight stitch again, and then go back and use a zigzag stitch over the straight stitch. Now I'm going to sew the belly band. Now you're going to take your cuffs and your belly band, and you're going to fold them in half, wrong sides together. Make sure they're aligned at the bottom. The cuffs are going to be tiny. They should be stretchy. Check the bottom. So your cuff should look like this. Your belly band should be folded in half. Should be right side out, wrong sides together. Make sure they're aligned. Same with the cuffs. Pant legs what we are going to do with these is you're going to flip them. I'm going to take the leg out from the other leg. So it should look like you're looking on the inside of the pants. Right sides together. You're going to leave your little feety parts with the ends poking out. You're going to shove these into the pants like this, and you notice they're going to be a little small, but they're supposed to be. And then you're going to tuck your belly band in. You're going to tug on the ends, and that's going to be the first place you pin. Now for these pants, when you have it all pinned together, you're going to put it in your sewing machine and you're going to tug on it to straighten it and sew around. Use your 1/2 inch seam allowance and then go back with a zigzag stitch. Now when you're done sewing the cuffs and the belly band on, the stitching should look something like this. That way you pull on it, it's nice and stretchy. Unless you have a serger, it does all of this for you. And then you're going to take your pants, grab a leg, flip it inside out. And there you have it, an old pair of ugly mommy pants turned into a nice cute pair of baby pants.